Hi sweet peas, welcome back to another Tuesday, another week, another video. I hope you're well, I hope you're having a good day. I am having a great day because I am joined by the fabulous Lucy.
Hey guys!
Actually, I think you may have seen Lucy up and about pre-COVID on my channel. We've hung out a few times.
Oh yes, that's true.
I feel like you may be in vlogs.
Possibly. Have I featured in a little vlog?
Yeah,
I
probably.
think so. Yeah, I remember us doing a kind of pin the penis.
Yes!
Oh my goodness. On the back of your door.
Okay, now that sounds really out of context. I have to explain that was for Jamie's penis party. He was post-op and I wanted to celebrate the end of his transition, and I may have included an X-rated game. Thank you, Lucy, for exposing me. But no, Lucy is incredible, amazing, and a creator in her own right. Would you like to tell us a little bit? Share with the sweet peas what you do?
Thank you, my lovely sweet. Yes, so hi, I'm Lucy. I'm 25. I live in Milton Keynes with my lovely fiance, Ollie. I call him
so
Ollie Box. Yeah, he's here right now. He's with Jamie somewhere. So I create loads of content online, predominantly on TikTok, but also on YouTube, all about blindness, living with sight loss, and just debunking stereotypes, myths, that good stuff, and just chatting about my life, really, with, a difference.
I guarantee you have seen a Lucy video. If you have heard the words, how does a blind girl?
Do X. Insert anything.
Insert here. You created this. You are the founder of How Does a Blind Girl. Have you copyrighted that yet? You need to get on that.
You know what? I haven't. Maybe I should. Oh, my life!
We're gonna make you a trademark. How does a
Yes!
blind girl?
Can you actually do that? I had no clue.
Must be.
I need to be doing this before the vid goes up.
Super excited to collab with you. It's something we've been wanting to do for such a long time.
So long.
And when I was looking online, inspiration, if you like, of how to collab, because as you know, I don't have many people on this channel. I'm a bit of a loner, but it is okay. I was looking at what lots of people do with creators who are visually impaired or blind.
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot of them riled me up the wrong way.
Snap.
I was like, these are so sensationalized.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yes,
I'm so
babe.
glad you feel that way too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not. It sucks that it's happening.
Yeah. It's very much like, how do we do this, that, and the other? And I think I love that branding because it's like, how does a blind girl? But I'm very much like talking from my kind of day-to-day, how do I vacuum? How do I mow my lawn?
Yeah.
But, you know,
in your terms.
in my turn, this is the thing, this is the most important thing, and I love that you picked up on it. And I think possibly because we're besties in IRL, but I think, it's definitely something that needs to be addressed.
Yeah. The videos that we see, I feel are almost testing you.
Yes.
You know, like, oh, can you see this? Can
Push
you
your buttons a bit.
Yeah.
110%. And I think I really try and shy away from it in some ways because I don't think I'd ever necessarily go, how do I skydive? You know, but equally I understand the motive behind it because there is so little representation out there of blindness. You almost feel like you have to be extreme because you're put in this corner. No one really knows loads. There's not as many, I mean, there's like 300,000-ish blind people in the UK who are registered blind, and then 2 million who are registered visually impaired. Wow. So when you think about the population size just in the UK, it is minute. But for me, I think...
Touch my face and draw it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, touch my face and draw it. It's like, oh, that is such a bad stereotype. It's such a bad thing to do because it's kind of enforcing it in a way because you're putting it in front of people's... on people's computer screens, and I struggle with it because it's like, where is my line? Because I do How Does a Blind Girl, but do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I have a line, and you can tell me if this is an appropriate line. This is going to be such a terrible Shaaba brain fart.
Go on.
I'm comparing you to a vegan sausage.
Okay.
Lucy, or a vegan
Greg's
sausage.
one. Vegan sausage roll. Sorry, carry on.
Go with me. Hear me out. So my thinking is, I have this qualm. I love vegan food, but what bugs me is when they're like, oh, this is a vegan steak, and I've created this vegan steak to taste exactly like a steak, and it's just almost like a subpar version of the steak.
Yes. Right?
And I'm like, but just make a beautiful vegetable meal. Like, you don't need to try and replicate a steak, just have an awesome veggie thing in your own right, right? Mm-hmm. I almost feel like the sensationalized videos are like, let's see how Lucy can do things, how abled people do things. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to be a steak replica. It's not like you have to do it in the same way that I do something. It's you share how you do it in your own way.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Do you agree that you're a vegan sausage?
Yes, I do! I do feel like we do live in a sighted world, and I always do feel like this. I'm swimming against the current and the tide of kind of current trends.
Loving these metaphors.
Honestly, yeah, we're very good at them. Oh, yeah, I'm swimming against that, but also I'm like, I want to portray very much and the ability and disability, but I also believe that, you know, would my video go well if it didn't necessarily have like a crazy clickbait thing? How do I vacuum?
Yeah,
but then I'm like, it's such a brain fart because what? Yeah, I do. I'm on your channel. I'm embracing it. But as in, why is vacuuming?
Yeah.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
Why is it clickbait? Why is me pouring a cup of tea
or making egg fried rice?
What?
Yeah.
It literally blows my mind.
It is a true brain fart. In one
so
sense,
weird.
you don't mind
Yes.
and you lean into it, but in another sense, you can see that it's like it frustrates you.
Yeah,
Oh my
because I'm
gosh, yeah, I see
perpetuating
it.
something here. But like, if I didn't do it,
Yeah.
there wouldn't be representation.
Yeah,
But then I wouldn't go extreme with it.
Yeah.
But then people think me pouring hot water is extreme, and it's like, no, I've been blind for 8 years.
I need to make a cup of tea.
And
What
I
do you
need
want
to
me
make
to
a
do?
cup. I'm not going to sit there going, oh, if I go to Shaaba's house, she'll make me a cup of tea. Or, oh, if I just wait for Ollie to finish work, I'm going to sit here for hours and just wait for a side person. No, like my mental health would be through the floor.
Yeah.
And if I didn't take control, if I didn't take control, then, you know, I wouldn't be anywhere right now. So,
A little bit of healthy clickbait is always good. Like, I always think, like, educational clickbait is what you do.
Yes.
And I hope that's what this video is coming across as.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's satisfying people's curiosity, but on the right side of the balance.
Yeah.
Not just for the sake of curiosity, but for the sake of education.
Yeah.
I always find that, like, with the sex questions, you know, like,
we
always
both
approach.
get.
I was so surprised when I heard that you get these too. You know, like, people just seem so interested in the couple's sex lives when people are a little bit different. I'm like, you don't need a rocket science degree to work it out. That's just for nosiness purposes. But there are questions where I get it why you're asking, and I'm happy to provide the information because I can see how it can help raise awareness.
Yeah, I think from the other side of the coin though, I think just not necessarily speaking in my own way here, some people as part of my community would feel that it's like, why do I have to explain how I brush my teeth? Because it's just an everyday task and it's degrading. There is that way of thinking that we shouldn't have to explain ourselves. And I get where they're coming from, definitely, but I'm just like, I am trying to think literally, if we've made it to 2021 and people are still asking that, it is a need to educate people because we're never going to get equality. We're always going to face discrimination. There's never going to be education about guide dogs, how to kind of approach a blind person on the street. You know, I am in a place in my life right now that I can tackle those questions. But I wasn't. And maybe some of my community won't be because sight loss is traumatic. It is mentally draining. Possibly 5 years ago, I would say, oh my gosh, I want my vision back. And every day I would kind of have this internalized ableism saying I'm not good enough. It's me that's the problem. It's me that needs to be fixed. Whereas
but you
actually,
know you've reached that like self-actualization when you can embrace and be like, I don't need to change who I am. I'm awesome and I know it.
Exactly. So that's why I can do these videos, but it doesn't make them any less. It's weird mind.
I agree with you there, and I think it's so important as well to like put a personality behind the information. When people who are just everyday people are saying, hey, this is how I do it, it normalizes things with a sense of compassion. And I feel at least that that's what people who do hold this sense of discrimination and bigotry really lack. They've just not sat down in front of someone who is trans, LGBT, a person of colour, disabled in any way, you know, and just been like, oh, well, actually looking at you, I can see that you're not the evil incarnate.
You're not an alien.
That everyone seems to be making you out to be.
Or inspirational to the point where it's all inspiration porn.
How do you get up in the morning?
How can you possibly do anything? The late Stella Young coined that phrase inspiration porn, and I think it's just so apt to what we see our media, especially in the Paralympics. It's like you either see a Paralympian rushing for gold medal and being, you know, extraordinary, or you're in your bed wallowing traumatized because you've lost your eyesight, and both are very true, but you need this middle ground to
There's
normalise
a lot of
people.
grey area.
Yeah.
So what is it that you want people to see? If you could remove, well, no, not remove all content, that would be a terrible idea. But if you could be like the Prime Minister of YouTube or content online, what is it that you would want blind representation to look like?
I would love to log on, see a lot of content, yes, possibly discussing blindness, but not only that. And I guess the most popular videos of my own are definitely How Does a Blind Girl videos. Love it. But I would really love to be able to talk more freely about just everything in my life. You know, at the end of the day, I am Lucy. Disability is one part of me, but I have so many other labels, and I fear that if I was to kind of release my brain a little bit from the blindness content, it doesn't really perform as well. It's the curiosity. It's always like Lucy the curiosity. And I think my true audience who follow me, who know me as me, have to strip back that layer of me because they've got to know me. A lot of my views have been like, oh my god, how does she do it? And then kind of like trying to disprove me or whatever in the comments, and it's all very extreme.
That people do that. I'm still in such shock that people are like, oh, she looked at the camera. That means that she's faking it.
It's so weird. I just don't want everything to be so extreme, Shaaba. You know,
let's just have a cup of tea and a chat.
And then possibly we wouldn't have as many divides because we'd all just see each other as humans.
I feel you. And I think as well, I find myself complicit to the problem sometimes. Like, I was thinking about, I did this video not too long ago about feeling stuck in a box and being like, I feel like you want this content from me, as in you, the Sweet Pea community, viewers of this wonderful channel, as in you're wonderful, not my channel. That sounded very non-humble. I didn't mean it that way. I feel like I was putting myself in that box. And it took almost my viewers shaking me on the shoulders and being like, babe, you do you. And we're just here to watch. It's fine, you know. It allows you to experience that, and well, it gives you a sense of confidence that you can explore things. But at the same time, we all know how this industry works, and it can be a little bit restrictive
confining.
At times.
You know what? I agree with you. I think,
especially because your brand is like always made up of one thing. Like, sure, I'm Shaaba, but I feel like I've gotten so used to being like, hey, I'm a bisexual woman of colour who also is dating a trans man. Like, that is my job title almost. It's so surreal.
I feel like now I'm ready to kind of fly, and just chatting to you and Jamie and being humble. It always goes back to being humble, like really checking in with yourself.
Kind. To yourself and to everyone around you.
Asking questions, being inquisitive, and kind of always challenging your own perceptions under the people's.
Oh, cute. I love having chats with you. I know. I feel like I become a better person. That's when you know you found a good friend, right? Like when you can speak to people and you feel like you grow just as people.
As people, we have so many chats just off camera exactly like this, and it's
so
like
many.
It's a lovely brain fart. I love your brain fart.
Oh, bless you. This has been such a fun brain fart. I hope you've had a wonderful introduction into the life of Lucy as an amazing person who is many things but also happens to be blind. We're talking about like ways that you want your community to be represented. You're doing exactly that. You should definitely take a look at Lucy on TikTok and also on YouTube, where she posts some amazing shorts and some other content. Jamie and I may be featuring, maybe possibly at some point. So go show some love. There'll be links downstairs in the description box.
Sending pie. Thanks
for
so
amazing having you. Take note, because Lucy will definitely be featuring more on this channel. She's a makeup legend. And I can't wait for you to teach me. I'm so excited. I don't do foundation, and so that is like a world of its own.
We've got the same unicorn cosmetics brushes, so we're starting from the way up, going up. You know. You'll be seeing me, but also I'm kind of trying to drag Shaaba, lovely Shaaba, here on TikTok. So I'm trying to get them both on.
I'm going to do the dance. No, I'm not.
You'll see us both being like, big fish, little fish, cardboard box. It's like, oh my god.
Put it on the shelf. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. If you'd like to, maybe consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing. Definitely take a look at Lucy. And I'll catch you next week with another video on Tuesday. Do you know my outro?
Be kind and have a great day.
Bye. Bye.